So correct me if I'm wrong, but you deal with quite a few investors,
Yes.
right? Okay. And so I know on the lending side we've gotten really creative lately on some investor type business. But what kind of got you into the investor realm? What would you say for someone out there looking to potentially expand their investor buyer clientele, or what are some things that you've done over the years to get involved more so in that investor side business?
You really need to be careful with who you're working with, because there's a lot of people, a lot of investors that will waste your time.
Yeah.
They want comps on everything and never buy anything. So you really need to make sure that the investors that you work with are real. They have the money.
Yeah.
You've seen their proof of funds. You know what their background is. I have one gentleman, I'm in a deal with him right now, that I've been with him he's been with me 10 or 11 years.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of transactions together.
Right.
And so I know how he works, he knows how I work, and you just really have to because there's so many out there that are wanting to do things, lowball offers by $100,000.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play that game. So.
Yeah, and I think that as people say the market is bad, it's really not that bad. But I think the investors interpret a bad market as I can go get this house for $200,000 less, when you're probably not going to get it for that much less. You're going to get it for less, but not that
And you're not
much.
going to find a lot of people wanting to do the subject twos and all of this that they're wanting to do right now. All the creative, all the stuff from 2008, 2007 are coming back. All this crazy creative stuff.
Yeah. No, we literally, as I was walking down here to do this, is I was telling an agent about a ninja loan, no income, no asset, no job, and it's not truly what it was back in 2008. It's privatized money, it's non-qualified mortgage, but we're doing that for an investor. He doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a whole lot of assets, but he's got the rental income right on the property, and so he's got the cash to put his 25% down, and we're doing that. And I think that's what the more creative people are doing, rather than trying to get it, $150,000 less and things like that.
It still works out for the seller.
Exactly.
The seller is still getting something that
they're,
it's a win-win for both sides.
Good. All right. Well, going a little bit, shifting away from some of the real estate stuff, you and I have become friends over the years, and your husband, obviously. Give me a little bit about, your why, about why you do what you do on a daily basis. I think it's important for people to understand that we don't do it for fun. And yes, we make money from it, and it is our livelihood, it is our job. And so, a primary reason we do it is to make money, but I always like to hear the more deeper reason of, why people genuinely do what they do. So, what is your why? Why do you work so hard at it?
Well, just going back a little bit, I have 5 kids. So I have 2 biological daughters that are both married and off, and then I have 2 15-year-olds that we adopted from foster care.
Oh, wow.
So they were my why, both of them we got when they were infants. So they're now 15, and then I have my 19-year-old stepson as well. And I just want to give them, what they weren't going to get in their birth family, and along with our kids as well. We love to travel. We have the motorhome. Love to pile everybody in the motorhome and just go see the world. And so my really dream is to take the whole family, spouses and everybody now, to maybe Europe or just go see something that you don't see here. And so it's just. That's really my why, is just a family and just be, it's not to go buy, the next huge home or anything like that. It's to spend that quality time together and have some of those experiences.
Well, that's sweet. And I think that a lot of people lean on that, and their why is, my family or my kids or whatnot, because it is a big motivator. I mean, every morning when I wake up, I look at my wife and say, another day, right? I got to get after it, because she's depending on me, and eventually that'll be kids. And so I love that. I think that that's important. And I think that it's very hard to be successful in this business unless you have a very good why, because the constant, just drag of this real estate world.
It is 24/7.
So hard,
I mean, it's whenever you're on vacation, it's just working from a prettier place.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. And it's not hard to make a lot of money if you do it the right way, but man, it is hard to get up every day and do it the right way. And I think that's what, a lot of people forget. Well, good. I appreciate the honesty in that answer. All right. So another thing we talk about, getting more on the sensitive side is, legacy, right? Do your kids want to be in this business? Do they not? You know, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind as Misti Rios, you know, team leader of River City? Do you want to leave behind a, you know, robust real estate business, or is it more of a, you know, hey, I want to do this and I want to help people? I mean, what is your legacy that you want to leave behind in the, you know, real estate world and in the personal world?
My next to oldest daughter, the day she graduated from high school, went and got her real estate license.
Awesome. Yeah.
And that was what she thought she wanted to do until she did her first open house. And she's like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
Not for me.
Yeah.
So, but she turned out, she was my transaction coordinator for years, and she was the best behind the scenes, detail oriented. And she decided she wanted to go to college, and now she's about to graduate with cyber forensics degree.
Wow.
So,
yeah, probably really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's doing good.
Yeah.
But none of the kids, I
Yeah.
think they see how hard I work and how
Yeah.
much time it is that
Yeah.
it's just not for them, you know, and which is good because they're seeing the other side. Like, no, I want to spend more time with family because it takes a lot of time away from family and things like that.
I think it's the glitz and glam that you see online and you know, social media these days. It's just that's all you see. Oh, I just closed, you know, $17 million in real estate last year. It's like, okay, great, but you know, were you at home with your kids every night? You know, were you living the other side of the life that people, you know, don't see? Are you depressed? Are you going insane? I mean, I know so many people that are so wealthy in this business that have no personal life and they have no relationship with their kids.
Right.
And it's the wrong way to do it, guys. We weren't put on this earth to do it that way. And I think you do a fantastic job at that between you and Paul. You know, I didn't know you necessarily when the, you know, kids were growing up, but I know you now, and I know you guys travel and you do the personal things.
And we've had to, you know, make that change. There's still a lot of work that goes, but I, you know, kind of resorted to, I'm going to be more of a listing agent.
Yeah.
I still love working with buyers,
Right.
but whenever I'm doing more listings, it's not out showing homes for hours and hours and all that, you know. So I have a team, and my team loves to work with buyers. I still work with my personal buyers and all of that.
Yeah.
But the team is out working with buyers, so that gives me more flexibility on the listing side to list homes, and you know, I can do a lot of that from the road. And so it's.
I think a lot of agents transition into that once they get a good base, right? They're like, you know, buyers do take a lot of time, and I think that's important, you know, for the audience to know. Again, the purpose of this is to help everyone watching, right? And if you're, you know, if you are feeling like, okay, I got to get out of the business or I got to have a side hustle, it's like, I mean, this is what you can do, right? If you focus on, I know KW uses it, you know, what you focus on expands, right? And so if you focus on your family and, you know, listings and things that are going to give you more time, I think that you're naturally just going to become a better real estate agent rather than focusing on everything and trying to do everything, right? Almost like a niche, right? I mean, you know, investors or whatever it is, you don't have to do every single little thing good. You just have to do one or two things great.
Really have your niche.
Yeah.
And, you know, your kid's game is an appointment on your calendar.
Yeah. Yeah. I have an appointment.
I have an appointment.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the appointment is.
Right.
That's my appointment.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And it's hard when you're building your business. I get it. I was there, and it was easier because, you know, COVID and whatnot. But I was also 18 years old, cold calling 10,000 real estate agents who said, this kid's 18 years old, and he's going to trust, you know, I'm going to entrust him with all of these people that are spending thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars and sometimes millions. It's like, it's hard, right? And so I get it. I did have to sacrifice things. You do have to sacrifice things, but it's never worth sacrificing, you know, things over your family and your children. And
they need to come first.
They do. And
you know, I've learned the hard lessons, you know, in between that it's like, okay, this is how we're going to do things now.
Well, I love that. That's awesome. That's more of a side we haven't really talked about on here. So I appreciate that. Well, good. Well, Misti, I covered all I want to cover. Do you want to go over anything about you, your business, anything at all?
I think we've pretty much covered it.
Good.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was beneficial to you, not only in your personal life, but your business as well. Okay, this is here to help you guys grow. It's here as a, you know, Misti's a resource. If you guys ever need anything on the real estate side or on the lending side, you know to contact one of us. We'd be happy to help, buyer or agent. Okay. Thank you all again so much for joining. Misti, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to y'all soon. If y'all need to get a hold of me, 210-844-8468, Holden Hamilton GFS Home Loans. We'll talk to y'all soon.